Superstars, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I am so excited to be back with you guys. For those that are joining us for the very first time, this is the Before You Go Pro channel. This is where we talk football, and every single Monday through Friday, you guys, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. This is where you can find Coach Wood, and we're going to get after it. We're going to get after it, you guys. So, another amazing topic to share with you. We have been working with our athletes and their families. We've been talking to coaches. We've been publishing content, getting our hands dirty so that we can serve on a high level, you guys. So thank you once again for joining us. If this is your very first time stopping by the channel, I'm your host, Coach Wood, and we talk football, so you're in the right spot, baby, if that's something that you want to talk about. Now, we also have some housekeeping, and down in the description box, we've got some amazing resources for you football players, you football families out there. You coaches can gain a lot, you high school and junior college coaches, from our content, because some of you guys are trying to help young athletes get to the next level too. So check out the resources that are down in the description box. And then also, if you don't mind and you like the content that you're hearing, hit that subscribe button. Do Coach a solid. Help us grow this community, this amazing organic football community. We need your help with that. So let's get into today's content, you guys. And this one is once again another one that we're pulling from live real-time work. Live real-time work with student athletes and families across the country. And do you know one of the things that just tickles coaches' fancy? One of the things that really makes me happy about what we do. One of the things that makes me the most happy, there's many things, you guys. I've been doing this for 20 years. We've got a team that helps me. We're all football people. We love football. We love helping people. But one of the most beautiful things where I know we can move the needle, where we can just go, is when we get a family that's realistic. When we get a family and an athlete that is realistic, you guys, about the possibilities, about where they're at, as whether it's the academic side or the athletic side of things. But when we get a family that's truly realistic about where things are at and where things go fast. They go fast, you guys. And this is just a perfect example of what I'm talking about. So we recently got a young man, shout outs to Parker Redding, a nice young safety on the East Coast. Now, he's in New York, which isn't, as you guys know, isn't just a bell cow state as far as big time high school football. Also, Parker isn't the biggest guy in the world. He's playing safety at maybe about 5'10", 180, 190. And then, you guys, he's not going to a school that consistently pumps out talent. But Parker's got some game. We evaluated his film. We loved his film, his physicality, his intuitions. We could tell that he has some game. And this is a 2027 athlete. So, you guys, the beautiful thing about Parker and also about his family is as soon as we talked, it wasn't, and hear me on this, is not to diminish. When I say realistic, it doesn't mean you diminish. It doesn't mean go small, because we don't go small with Before You Go Pro. What it means is you're open to the evaluation. So you're not closed-minded to professional evaluation and professional constructive criticism. And then you're open to maybe the schools or the opportunities that are presented to you. You're open. That's all it means. Now, if you're doing this thing right, this football recruiting thing right, everything starts with a firm film evaluation. It's the North Star. It's the demo tape. After you do that, you know where to go. You know what you can put on the table and receive back. Now, also what athletes need to keep in mind, every single athlete, is that we're just talking about a today snapshot. We're just talking about a today snapshot. At one point in time, Josh Allen, his snapshot was at a junior college. And then today, his snapshot is with a movie star wife, a baby that just came, and a big time NFL contract. So all we're talking about is a snapshot in time and being realistic at where we want to go and how we can strategically get there using the snapshot that we have now. How can we leverage the snapshot we have now? A snapshot is your huddle film. A snapshot is your academics. A snapshot is how you portray yourself on social media and in public. That's the snapshot. We can look at the snapshot and tell you what that's worth today. Maybe not tomorrow, because you're gonna continue to improve the picture, but we can tell you what it's worth today. So when you get a family that's realistic, the son Parker, he said, "Hey coach, I just want to play some football. I just want to get somewhere where I'm wanted. I want to get somewhere where I can get on the field somewhat early, and I'll take it from there." He wasn't asking for Oregon. He wasn't saying it's D1 or bust. He was saying, I want to go somewhere where I'm wanted. Show me, here's my film, here's my grades, and show me what I can get in return. Realistic. So when you get a family, you guys, when you get a young athlete that's realistic about where they're at, they have a feel for where they're at, maybe by the time they get to our program. But then they're taking the constructive evaluation and criticism, and then they're really getting a feel for where they're at and where they can go. With today's snapshot. Because a lot of our athletes have taken today's snapshot, they went to the right place, and then they've worked it once they got there and went up from there. It's been up from there. I have plenty of examples of our athletes that have taken what they've got, gone to the market and find somebody that wants it, and then made it happen at that place. But you got to be realistic, because once again, if you're realistic, it allows us to move fast. Here's one thing that most student athletes may not catch on to. Throughout the years, and this has been data upon data about this stat. And we're talking Division One athletes. Now we're talking men and women. Historically, you guys, the women Division One athletes have been better off once they left college than the men Division One athletes. And I'm talking about at the Power 4 level. Why do you think that may be? Why do you think that may be? The reason why is a lot of athletes through decades, and I'm in that boat too. I'm in this data right here too, for sure, is a lot of the Power 4 athletes throughout the decades that played men's sports, the baseballs, the footballs, the basketballs of the world, they all thought, I'm at UCLA, I'm at Tennessee, I'm at Texas playing some football. They all had their eyes, most of them, on the pros. Whereas the women were already figuring they were going to go pro in something outside of sports. Because it's much more lucrative for me to become a doctor. It's much more lucrative for me to become an engineer. It's much more lucrative for me to become an attorney after my female D1 days are over, than trying to go play overseas or something like that. Now we got the WNBA. There's some ladies making some monies, but the ladies were never concentrating on pros. The guys were. The odds were terrible, and then when they don't make it to the NFL like me, then some of them are down and out. You guys. So it's all about, and the guys weren't realistic about what was going to happen after college. The girls were. So the girls were further ahead. They had a different mindset. They used different tactics and strategies. So the ones that are realistic, you guys, are the ones that can go. They go fast. So there's going to be opportunities placed in front of you guys. Make sure that you keep the right people around you so you can make a realistic judgment about where you should go. There's an athlete in our program that's playing wide receiver at an FCS program right now. Great athlete. Had true freshman, got on the field as a true freshman. At the end of the season, his dad was thinking he should jump in the portal. The kid was asking, and the kid was asking for more of a sounding board type of angle, where he just wanted some advice. He was wondering if things were good enough for him to go in the portal. The dad was adamant that he was ready. The dad was adamant that he was ready. The dad wasn't realistic about the leverage we had. And if that young man would have jumped in the portal, he may still be in the portal. Instead, he listened to the guidance and he decided to stay where he's at. He's having a hell of a spring. He's going to have a hell of a fall. And then he'll probably be set after next season. He's probably going to be set to make some money if he plays his cards right. But he had to be realistic with what his snapshot looked like today. You got to be realistic. A lot of the athletes that are in the portal are athletes who weren't realistic. So you guys think about this. This is what we bring into the Weekday Huddle is topics, real topics, things we have to talk about. There's some of you that are maybe turning down that D2 opportunity, turning down that D3 opportunity, turning down a JC opportunity, and not being fully realistic about your situation. Now there may be some of you that is getting counseling, getting guidance, you do have a sounding board, you do have people around you, and you're listening to them, and they're telling you to jump or wait. If you believe in their guidance, listen. But everybody needs to be realistic about their own personal situation. There was a day and age where I wasn't realistic about my situation. I was still fighting NFL, and I was turning down arena opportunities with some money attached to them. So you gotta, and what that did is it delayed my time. It delayed my time to get into some decent dollars playing professional ball. It delayed my time. So when you're realistic, you can go. I want you to equivalate the two. When I'm realistic about my situation, I can go I can go faster and further. All right. So one of the biggest attributes to a student athlete is just being real. And it may be about your academic situation. It may be about who you're hanging around. It may be about who you are as an athlete and what your film says. But be realistic, baby, so you can go. I'm Coach Wood. Check out the description box so you can check out those resources. And please, this is our fraternity. This is our community. Hit that subscribe button so we can keep growing together and take it to the top, baby. I'll see you.